Barton FM, following Barton Town. Sport on Barton FM is sponsored by Easy Buy.
Welcome to Swans Talk with me, Richard Watts. Start with Aaron Irwin talking to Nathan Jarman after Saturday's game.
So we've exited the FA Vars at the first round, 4-2 home defeat to Cheadle. I'm just going to let you talk for this one, I think.
Yeah, 4 days and we're out of 2 competitions. And I am gutted with this one because I really wanted us to do well. But if you don't take your chances and you concede chances and they take their chances, it's just what football's about, isn't it? And that's what happens. I was more than happy with a first half display, 44 and a half minutes or whatever, and then they scored on bang on 45 minutes, and then again a minute into injury time, and it's like I said to Tom Davis that something's gone dead in the game. I said, right, we've got 1 minute till half time, and we was winning 1-0 at that point, and then by the time I'm doing a team talk, we was 2-1 down, and it changed the whole atmosphere of it. But I did tell him that I want displeased with the performance. I think we could have been 2 or 3 up before they got their 2 goals. But then, straight after half-time, we come out, we attack. Ben gets in the box and has a swing and a miss. And then Will gets in the box one-on-one and skies it. And then 30 seconds after that, so 3 minutes into the second half, ball gets played in between the full-back and centre-back, and their wingers in on it, and it's a great touch past Paddy. And we're 3-1 down, and it's like, how are we 3-1 down when it's 3 minutes after half time and 1 minute before half time was 1-0 up? It's not like us. So yeah, disappointed to go out. And then when Ben's obviously got another goal, and it looks like we're in the ascendancy, and I'm thinking, here we go, we're going to go for it. They had a man sent off for his reaction, and then they had a man sin-binned for having a go at the ref. And the ref just told us what he said and how he only got sin-binned for it. I mean, he probably should have been sent off, but the ref's done him a favour. And then yeah, to go and concede against 9 men, it's criminal. And Tom's come and Tom's put his hand up and he said he's dived in thinking the lad was going in the corner and he's sold him a dummy, got in the box. But then when he's in the box, they've only got one player not in that half, but they've got one player in the vicinity of the 18-yard box, and he's not even in the box, and they've rolled it to him on the edge, and he's great finish, to be fair, smashed it in off the post. But then it's 4-2, and we've got 5 minutes to go, and it's like, everything gets sucked out here, and you think a minute before you're heading, right, we're going to get a goal and we're going to take it, and then it just takes everything out of you. So it's a tough one to stomach. Yeah, it's disappointing, Aaron, mate.
I mean, it can't be easy for Paddy to come in.
He was
pretty much fresh, I don't think he's trained with you. And
no, he's had a couple of training sessions with the goalie coach, Mark, and done well, when he's come and trained with us. And then we found out on, I think it was Thursday, that Ben was ineligible. Or it might have been Wednesday, and then we was going to play Charlie, and then Charlie's gone down in training on Thursday, and we was like, right, okay, so we got Paddy out the reserves, and I thought he was really, really good. His decision making was really good. His kicking was good. He held on to things. I was impressed with him, and I felt that we should have given him a lot more protection, like we give to Charlie, and like we've given to Ben. But some games, Charlie's had to make one save, and whereas at the minute teams are getting 4 or 5 chances, and when they take 4 of them, it's like, blooming heck. So yeah, I was more than happy with Paddy, and I'd have no hesitation in bringing him in and using him again. He's done himself no harm whatsoever today.
And obviously it does Ben's confidence a world of good, scoring overhead kicks and all.
Yeah, I said to Northby on the bench, I was like, could you do that with your left foot? I said, because I couldn't do it with my left foot, no chance. I can do an overhead with my right, but he's doing it on his wrong foot. And he scored another one in the second half with his left foot, and he got disallowed for offside. And I mean, at the time, I thought he'd disallowed it because I threw it. Obviously, you can't be offside from a throw in, so I've thrown it. But the lino did say that it was when Tom headed it on, he was offside. I'm guessing it was tight, but even so, it's another goal disallowed that maybe could have. But we'll see. You don't know. Ben's confidence will go up again. But there's never been an issue with that, and I've said it to you time and time again that it gives us so much through his energy and his work rate and endeavour and stuff like that, that I can forgive him. And although it's frustrating at times, if I see him, it's Bottisford the other night when the defender slipped and he's got it and he had more time than he thought and he's just got a little pot shot away and he could have dribbled it in. I can't go mad at him because he gives us so much. I think we could do with. I know I keep coming on, but we could do with having someone to come on with him to alleviate the workload that he has. And I think we're going to look to do it. Look to try and get someone in this week who can play up and let Ben run off him. And but Ben's Ben, and I have a little bit of crack with him, and I told him that he needs to get looking in his bag for some goals because we need some. And it's delivered today, and it's the other side of it today that wasn't quite there. I mean, I did lay one on a plate for him, so.
So we're going into a massive month, aren't we? Really, we've got Ferriby at home, we've got Handsworth, we've got
we've got Fackley, Handsworth, and
everyone
Ferriby
in and around us.
Yeah, big month, and I think that's why we could do with a couple of reinforcements, get some in. Because the club will back us. Yeah, it is, and that I was saying about the reinforcements. And yeah, we're going to look to bring in a couple in, and not so much to get people out and bring and bring fresh in. It's more to supplement what we've got. It's not a case of like replacing people. It's just to supplement us and make our squad stronger. So yeah, that's what we're looking to do.
For the latest Barton Town news and information, visit the club's website at www.bartontownfc.co.uk.
I'm joined by Aaron Walton, and we've got FA Vars to look back on defeat against Cheadle Town. A strange game, I thought. I mean, they always looked to danger, but I thought we had missed a couple of opportunities before we went in front. And then we go in front and you think, well, another goal, they'll clinch it. We didn't get one. Yeah. And then just a mad 5 minutes either side of half time.
Well, it was. I mean, I'll tell you what, Richard, I'm a little bit perplexed. On Wednesday night against Bottisford, the ref should have played at least 5 or 6 minutes stoppage time. And then on Saturday, correct me if I'm wrong, no physios came on, no stoppages in play, yet he seemed to play an inordinate amount of stoppage time.
Yeah, no idea.
Or was it? I can't understand that. Why are you playing so much stoppage time? I know the ball's always out of play, but no more than anywhere else, is it? But yeah, I mean, I thought you look at the score on paper, you think 4-2 have been absolutely kale-eyed, been slaughtered, but they haven't. It was a very close game.
Yeah, it was.
Lots of good football in patches, lots of huff and puff, lots and lots of, I would say, work ethic from Barton and from, what's the other team called? I forgot now. Cheadle, I had a momentary lapse there, yeah. But I think it's that sort of 5 minute period just before half time and then just after half time that sort of killed us, really, didn't it?
Yeah, you've got Josh Lakesy makes a fantastic goal line clearance. Then they score two.
Yeah.
And then we miss a good chance at the start of the second half. And then they get another. I mean, their finishing was excellent.
It was that Pat Devlin, the big lad who looks like Tom Denton.
Yeah, I thought he was a good player, wasn't he?
Very good player. He looks like he should be really good in the air, but he's even better on the floor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Got some good faith. There were some good players there, really good players. They're a good team. And but in the first half, we missed a couple of chances as well, didn't we? We hit the foot of the post and one just glanced right and a free kick. I would have possibly, mind you, I would probably wanted Scott Matthews to take it, but then again, you've got Spinksy, who's a really good free kick taker as well. So
It is.
you know, but I don't know. I don't know what to say really about the performance. It was good. It wasn't. It wasn't a poor performance in any way, shape, or form. It was good.
No.
I just sometimes think in midfield, and it's only my opinion, watching the game, one or two players tended to not sort of react to a loose ball. They seemed to be on the heels a little bit, and then Cheadle tended to get that second ball.
Yeah, I think we missed Nathan Hottie when he's not in midfield. I think we miss him quite a bit.
Yeah, he was missed, wasn't he? And I think special mention goes to Paddy Shaw for his reserve keeper. He came in. I know it was 4 goals, but I don't think anywhere his fault. He made a couple of good saves in the second half as well.
He did.
Could have been protected a little bit more, I think, but he was okay. I mean, Paddy, if anybody knows the football, Paddy's played for Brig for about 6 seasons anyway, and I did remind him that I was there at Brig a couple of seasons ago, and he produced probably the best save I've ever seen a keeper make in non-league, and also then let one through his legs the same game. So sorry, Paddy, but yeah, but that's keepers, isn't it? You're only as good as your last save. But I thought Paddy had a decent game. He was okay. I think they all played okay, to be honest. There wasn't any bad performances there. It was just Thackley. Listen at me. Cheadle was just a little bit better on the day, and it's all about chances. If you take your chances, you've always got a chance.
Yeah.
Pardon the pun. And they did. So, have you seen who they've got in the next round?
I have, yeah, Brig, yeah.
Brig.
I mean, I would think they should beat Brig. I would think. I
would have thought they would beat Brig, but I'm sort of a little bit pleased we're not playing them because I'm going to stick my neck out and say there'd have probably been some trouble.
Mm-hmm.
So, because it would have been a big derby. There'd have been a lot of people there. I think there'd have been about 500 plus there, Richard.
Yeah.
To watch that. So it's but I think there may be a little bit of trouble there. I think if Brig won
Sorry, I was going to say, you could see why they've won 6 on the trot.
Oh, absolutely.
7 on the trot now. And you think if they're level below, that would suggest that the North West Counties is a better league than the North East Counties.
You would by that result, but our league's a funny league because anybody can beat anybody in any given day. Can't they? I mean, you've teams like Handsworth winning 5 and 6-0 and then turning up and then losing 2 or 3-0. Our opponents on Saturday, Thackley, very, very similar, a bit up and down. So, but yeah, disappointed that we're out, but you can't say it wasn't a good performance or there wasn't a lot of guile and hard work put in, because there was. That's what you'll always get off Barton Town. I think you'll always get honesty and a performance put in. They'll come off and they've worked hard. So can't say any more than that, Richard. Really.
No, that's right.
So we go on to Saturday then.
Yeah.
So
that
Thackley.
horrible trek over to past Bradford.
Yes, I know it's a long way into to Thackley. Nice ground, the Denny boys from the outer edges of Bradford. It's a lot of people don't like the ground. I love it. It's in the middle of a forest, well, just on the edge of a forest, and they've been in the NCEL since 1982. So they're an incredibly well-established team. They've got some players to watch, Richard. Oh, you'll probably know they've got Amir Birchall, who was at Eccleshill. They've got Ryan Bassey, one of the Bassey brothers. His other 2 brothers play for Albion. Got Aidan Chippendale, Ben Gretsch Brooksbank, Tom Rose, all good players. And a favourite of mine, who was at Yorkshire Amateurs a couple of seasons ago and had a fantastic game against Gould. He ran the show. Stevie Crawford. Really good player. You watch him, he'll have a terrible game on Saturday, but he really is a good player. So they've got themselves a decent team, but it's just that sort of up and down. They've not got that they've not got themselves running yet, I think. You know what I mean? They've got one of your favourite old boys in the team as well, Richard, a name from the past, Jason St. Just.
Is he? Blimey, gosh.
Yeah, he's still playing.
Very good
Still
player on
playing.
his day.
He certainly was, or certainly is. He's still playing. And
A man for the big occasion rather than the run-of-the-mill game. So let's say he thinks it's a run-of-the-mill game.
yeah, he might. Yeah, he might not play. Let's hope he doesn't. They've got Matty Allison as well, who I think he's at university over that way. He was at Winton last season, the season before. He's a good young lad. He's a good player at full back. So they've got a decent team. They've got a really decent team. The current form, as they overcame a tough test in the FA Vars away at Brandon United up in the northeast. Now, if you've got a good memory, the Swans beat Brandon 8-0 in the Vars a few seasons ago because we were expecting a real tough encounter with them, and we just rolled them over 8-0. So, but obviously a lot's changed, and Thackley beat them 3-2. Stats, we like a good stat, don't we?
We do.
Thackley, 6th best attack to Barton's 12th best attack. But this is where Barton override most teams. Barton have got the best defence, number 1. 0.62 a game, goals a game. Thackley are 14. They let about 1.67, so 1.5 goals a game. Clean sheets, guess who's top?
Are we top?
Pardon?
Are we top?
We certainly are. Top of the clean sheets.
Yeah,
And
good.
Thackley are 13th, so hopefully there'll be some goals in it.
There certainly was last season.
There was one day. It was a surprise, that one, wasn't it? Was
It
it
was
6-2
astonishing.
or
Astonishing.
6-4?
6-4.
I can't remember what it was. That's when Keane Salter scored his debut goal, didn't he?
Yeah, I think Harrison Coley got a hat-trick from what I remember. And I think it was 1-1 at half-time, wasn't it?
Something like that, Richard. Yeah.
And then did we lead 6? Was it 6-1 or 6-2? We led. Now they got 2 or 3 late goals.
I think it was 2. It ended up 6-4, didn't it?
Yeah.
So something like that. But there were some good goals and some good play. Second half, they were just on fire. And Harrison Coley, when he scores goals, he doesn't score tap-ins, does he?
No, he gets some good ones.
Really does. And it was a header from Keane Salter.
Yes.
Believe it or not.
Yeah, I remember it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest victory we've had over Thackley, because I've been going a few seasons to Thackley, and we usually end up drawing it 2-2, 1-1, 0-0, that type of thing. So it's always been pretty close. But last season, that was the biggest one I've seen Barton beat them by. So hopefully, and the away form, obviously, Barton are also, I forgot to tell you, the top of the away form league as well. So that's excellent. I think they won 5 away. Richard, drawn a couple and lost 1. So that's pretty good going. Yeah, it's really good going. So, all in all, it's set up nicely for a good game, because Barton will want to get back into winning ways.
Yeah, definitely.
I think there was talk with Nathan Jarman. There was talk of bringing another striker in to help Ben out. I know they've been after a striker for quite a bit since the lad left to go back to Grimsby. Danny Trott, yeah. So I think they've been trying to bring somebody in, but it's always difficult to bring somebody in when you're on a reasonably tight budget. But I think they're trying to bring somebody in. Goalkeeping, because it's been a bit of a problem, hasn't it, with Charlie being injured again. I mean, he broke down in training on Thursday night, trying to get some fitness back. He broke down again, so he was struggling. My light's gone out. He was struggling to play on Saturday, so they had to move quick to ask Steph to get Paddy Shaw in, didn't they? And Paddy, as we said before, we've eulogised, he was playing quite well.
Yeah, he did well.
He did all right. But I don't know. I know Ben Vos, he couldn't play in the in the FA Trophy for some strange reason. I don't know why, but he couldn't play in it. I think it's something to do with he was on work experience or something like that. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's a regulation, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if Ben's coming back because Ben was a good deputy, but so was Paddy as well. But you know, it's we do need to get Mr. Dixon back. So he'll want him to be keeping a few more clean sheets, won't he?
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that was the talk. Hopefully, bringing in another attacker. We do need them. We have got a paper thin squad, haven't we?
Yeah, I do need more bodies in, definitely. Yeah.
Because I know Nate does swap around a bit, doesn't he? He's giving the lads who've been on the bench, the Jack Tansers, the Chris Spinks, and the who else is the other one? Henry Cook and Henry Parr. He's giving them quite a few minutes, isn't he? And the only one that I don't seem to see get too many minutes is Levi Lewis, which is and I thought we've eulogised many times on this programme that we thought he was one of the finds last season.
Yeah.
So he's only been a bit part player at the moment, hasn't he? So but just hopefully gets a few more minutes. But yeah, definitely need another attacking. I think really just to help Ben a bit because Ben is just running a furrow every time, isn't he? He's chasing down. He's trying to get balls, and then people grumble because he's not getting many goals and what have you. But he should have had a hat-trick on Saturday, but unfortunately the lino with his flag put pace to that.
Yeah, unfortunately.
That was going back to the game on Saturday. I know I'm a bit up and down on Saturday. If I remember rightly, I think it was the first goal scored by Cheadle. One of the guys was offside by a good foot. Yeah, it looked a good foot offside. Didn't flag. Then when Ben scored, he's still there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I all went dark. That's all. When Ben scored, obviously he had his flag up. That must have been so tight because we couldn't see anything. We couldn't see how he was offside. If it was incredibly tight. It's probably like a foot or a head or just a bit of a leg. So that was really, really disappointing that he didn't get his hat-trick. That first goal, you had a real good view of it, that overhead kick.
Yeah, terrific goal that. Yeah.
Was it with his left foot? I think
no, that one was. I think that one was his right foot. I think the disallowed one was his left foot.
Right. Because he certainly had a really good game, Ben. He looked hungry, looked on target. But we go on about it every week. The amount of work Ben gets through, chasing down, running backwards and forwards, and dragging players away so others have got space. You know, a lot of people don't see that, but he must come off the pitch and he must have run 6 miles every time. You know, so he does so much work there, and it would be great if we could get somebody who could possibly take a little bit of pressure off him, maybe feed him a bit more of the ball because he doesn't tend to get that many chances, does he? Really? No. I know Tom Wardby's always he's always getting plenty of chances or making chances in front for himself. So that's a positive. But it'd be nice if Ben could be helped a little bit up front.
Yeah, because he's definitely not a target man.
No, he's not. But it can certainly not come away. I'd love to see him be top goal scorer.
Yeah.
Or if he can't be Tom Wardby.
Yeah.
No, but just have to see how it goes. But hopefully we'll have. I'm fingers crossed. Everybody's fit for Saturday, and full strength squad out. I don't know what's wrong with Mr. Hottie. Do you? He's not on holiday, or he's not injured,
no idea.
He's not disappeared, or I don't think so.
Could do with him back.
Yes, definitely do with him back.
I would think Henry Cook will probably be suspended, won't he, on Saturday?
Possibly, yeah, because they do tend to get them suspensions done pretty quick, don't they?
Yeah.
So it'll be. Man, Levi Lewis might get his chance.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe get his chance. But it's a nice wide pitch at Thackley as well. So
Yeah, that suits us.
Yeah, it could. You never know. Get the wingers running down, the wing backs running down. Get Scott Matthews running up and down, getting some crosses in. You never know.
Yeah.
So hopefully it'll be a cracking game. Let's hope. Let's hope we get 3 points, Richard, because it's a long way to come home with nothing.
That's it for this edition of Swans Talk. Thanks for listening.